Yes. Okay. Here we are. Good, good. So we start as usual, laying down on the mat. Knees bent. If you have any tension in the lumbar spine, otherwise the legs straight and rolled outward. Roll the arms outward, palm of the hand facing the sky, and slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. Pull the back of your head away from the shoulders to lengthen your spine. And push gently your neck toward the ground to stretch all those muscles around the neck. Gently. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Relax your forehead, eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, your neck, and shoulders. Arms, forearms, and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of the back and your spine, vertebra to vertebra. Relax your belly and the whole abdominal area. Relax your hips, your groins. Relax your legs, knees, ankles, and feet. Bring your attention into your breathing cycle and start observing every aspect of your breathing cycle. Which part of your body moves the most, chest or belly? If both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation, the small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the full phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. And there, observe. Is one of the two pauses longer? Observe also that your throat remains relaxed and open, even during the pauses. 3 more observing breaths. At the end of the third, take control and create long, slow, steady breath. Observe your lungs filling up slowly and emptying slowly. Long, slow, steady breath. Allow your body to release all tensions with every exhalation. Keep your breath long and easy. With every exhalation, you feel more and more relaxed. really slowly, start lengthening your breath, both the inhalation and the exhalation. Create deeper breaths. And allow your lungs to fill up more and more. Allow your chest to become wider with every inhalation. Expand your chest. Observe your body expanding with every inhalation. Keep your breath long and easy. Allow your chest to expand more and more with every inhalation. Fill up your lungs. Open your chest. And from your next breath, still keeping this long and deep breath, hold the breath at the end of the inhalation just for a few moments, just for a few seconds. Inhale deeply. And at the end of the inhalation, hold the breath. Just a few seconds. And release all tensions with your exhalation. Three more breaths. At the end of the exhalation, release all technique and go back to a normal breath without controlling whatsoever. Just let your breath flow freely. Observe your body relaxing deeper and deeper. Relax your breath, observe your breath becoming softer, lighter, more subtle. Three more breaths. At the end of the third breath, bend your knees, roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before pushing with the left hand to sit up. Okay. Salut Anushka. Ok, ça te va l'anglais ou tu préfères le français? Ok, ok, cool. Donc on va continuer en français, en anglais. Okay, good, 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 good. So, lay down on the mat, belly down. Bring your hands next to your hips with the palm of the hand facing the sky. Okay. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, and arms. Gently. 3 breaths. And release. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, and arms. Move the hands toward the feet. Look in front of you, 3 breaths. Try and release the tension from your buttocks. At the end of the third, get down. One more time, inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, and arms. Bring the hands, push the hands toward the feet. Look in front of you. Release the tension from your buttocks and legs. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, put your hands next to the chest, push with the hands against the ground, and sit on your heels. Keep your knees as wide as the mat. Put your hands down on the ground, not too far from your knees. Roll the arms outward and create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Bring the navel toward the spine to activate the abdominal muscles in a gentle way. So create circles first on one side and then on the other side. Observe which side is easier. Take notes. If there is any difference, maybe not. Okay, now put your hands over the thighs, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Bring without moving the hands, bring the elbows down to lower your shoulders and shoulder blades. Belly in. And again, create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Keeping the sternum lifted and the navel toward the spine. Turn also on the other side. Keep on pushing the elbows down. Okay. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Turn to the right. Put your left hand at the side of your right leg. Roll the right arm outward. Push the thumbs toward the left side and look behind you. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center and move to the other side. So bring your right hand outside of your left leg, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, belly in, turn. Roll the left arm outward, push the thumb to the right. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center. Tabletop position. 2 knees together, hands right under the shoulders. Inhale. With the exhalation, roll your hips backward, push the spine up to the sky, look at your belly. Inhale, roll your hips forward, allow the spine to drop. Roll the arms outwards, lie the shoulder blades toward the waist, and look up. Exhale, look at your belly. Inhale, look up. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, look at your belly, round your spine. Inhale, look at the spine, look up. Okay. Now, keep the navel toward the spine. Lengthen your lumbar spine and walk forward with your hands in order to lower your chest. Keep the buttocks right above the knees. Roll the arms outward. Keep the arms active. Push the chest down toward the ground, but the navel up, the lumbar spine up. So focus the opening on the upper part of the spine. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, lay down on the mat again. Belly down. Bring the hands next to the hips. Roll the back of the leg outward so the 2 heels move apart. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, and arms. Push the hands toward the feet. Lift the legs. 3 breaths. While you lift the legs, relax the buttocks. So I want you to use the muscles, the back of the legs, activated to keep it lifted, but not the buttocks. The buttocks is as much as you can relaxed. And release. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, and arms. Lift the legs, relax the buttocks. Look in front of you, 3 breaths. Release. Inhale. With the exhalation, lift your head, shoulders, bring the arms forward, roll the arms outward, and lift the legs. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd, put your hands next to the chest, lower your legs, push with the hands against the ground, and enter tabletop position again. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine, both on one side and on the other side. And now, inhale. With exhalation, roll your hips backward. Lift the right knee and bring the knee toward the forehead. Try and touch the forehead with the knee. Inhale, straighten the leg behind you. Roll the leg inward to keep your hips squared. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, straighten your leg. 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 Lower your right leg. Lean on the right knee. Inhale. With the exhalation, roll your hips backward. Lift the left knee and bring the left knee toward the forehead. Inhale, straighten your leg. Roll the leg inward to keep the hips squared. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, straighten your leg. 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 Lower your knees. Now we're going to do the same thing, but to strengthen the lumbar spine muscles. So to do so, we roll the hips forward to arch your spine. You keep your spine arched. When you reach your maximum, you activate your abdominal muscles to protect the lumbar spine. Lean on the left leg, and without moving, the hips and the spine really slowly. Pay attention not to move the lumbar spine and hips. Really slowly strengthen your right leg behind you. So keep the hip rolled forward, tilted forward to have the lumbar spine active. Lean on the right hand and lift the left arm. 3 breaths. So I want you to feel the muscles around your spine working. Arch your spine. Keep the spine arched. And down. If you can, it's better if you keep the spine arched also when you bring the leg down. Now, on the other side, so keep the hip tilted forward. Keep your spine arched without moving spine or the hips. Really slowly, straighten your left leg. Stay there. Keep the spine arched. So I really want you to feel the muscles working here. Lean on the left arm and bring the right arm forward. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, lower your hands and without moving the hips or the spine, lower your knee. Okay, now create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Both on one side and on the other side. Okay, sit on your heels. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, roll the arms outward, belly in, push the thumbs back to open your chest. 3 breaths, breathe deeply on your chest. At the end of the third, release. And again, tabletop position. Okay. Now, bring your right knee in contact with the right hand. Okay. Bring the right feet to the left and walk back with your left feet to lower your hips. At the end, you're going to have the right heel roughly in contact with the left groin. Now, on your forearm, okay. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. So move the shoulder blades down. Push the sternum forward. Look in front of you, 3 breaths. So keep the spine as much as you can straight. At the end of the third, if it's doable for you, if it's not too much, walk forward with your hands and lower your chest. While we have your chest down as much as you can, bring your attention on your hips and observe from within if the right side of your hips is higher, lower, or exactly at the same level than the left one. Observe if you're balanced, if you're aligned. If you're not, try and find the alignment. Keep the right and left side of your hips even. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, walk back with your hands. Bring your hands quite close to the right knee. Bring the left hand roughly to the middle of the mat, belly in. Push with the left hand against the ground and start twisting your chest. So push with the left hand against the ground, lift the sternum, shoulder blades down, roll your right arm outward, push the thumb to the left, belly in. 3 breaths. And I'm just going to move the left shoulder to the right. Push comment on dit? L'épaule gauche vers la droite. Okay. C'est pas la main. La main nickel là, c'est juste, tu dois faire ça. Voilà, exact. Plus ça. Comme ça, il y a une torsion un peu plus sympa. Okay. Now, bring the 2 hands down on the ground. Tuck your left toe under. Straighten your left leg. So lift the knee, belly in. 3 breaths. So I want you to feel the groin stretching. Okay, now push with the hands against the ground and go in tabletop position again. Okay, good. Now bring your left knee in contact with the left hand. Bring your left feet to the right. Walk back with your right feet to lower your hips. Okay, keep the hips as much as you can squared. Go on your elbows. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, if it's doable for you, go all the way down. But observe from within the alignment of your hips. Observe if the right and left side of your hips are even. If they're not, find your alignment. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, walk back with your hands, put your hands down on the ground, move the right hand a bit closer to the middle of the mat, belly in. Now, push with the right hand against the ground, move the right shoulder to the left to twist, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, roll the left arm outward, push the thumb to the right, look behind you, keep the navel toward the spine, so belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, right shoulder to the left. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center. Put your hands down on the ground. Tuck your right toe under and straighten your right leg. 3 breaths. Belly in. Shoulders down. Okay, beautiful. And now push with the hands against the ground. Tabletop position again. Okay. Now, put your elbows down on the ground. Interlace your hands. Keep the shoulders a bit closer than your shoulder. Sorry, your elbows a little bit closer than your shoulders. Okay, yeah, good. Push with the elbows against the ground. Keep the elbows down on the ground, pushing. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck your toes under. Inhale deeply. With the exhalation, buttocks back, shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down and straighten your legs. Keep on pushing the elbows against the ground. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. 3 breaths. Push the collarbones toward the toes. And down. Okay. One more time. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with the elbows against the ground. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the buttocks, straighten your legs. Push the chest toward the toes. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, lower your knees again. Tabletop position again, but keep the knees as wide as the mat. Keep the big toes touching. Bring the left hand right under the face. Okay. Now push the left shoulder to the right to align the hand and the shoulder. Lift the right arm up. Push the right shoulder to the left and look at the sky. 3 breaths. Belly in, sternum lifted. At the end of the third, change side. So push put the right hand in the middle of the mat. Push the right shoulder to the left. Lift the left arm up. Push the left shoulder to the right and look at the sky. Keep on pushing with the right hand against the ground. Belly in, sternum lifted. 3 breaths. And gently come back up. Come back in tabletop position. Okay, now keep the hands right under the shoulders. Now I want you to, we already did this. Now we're gonna do something similar. So when you exhale, you bring the knee toward the forehead, but when you inhale, you push the feet up to the sky, keeping the knee roughly at 90 degrees. Okay, try and not to open the leg to the side, but to keep it aligned as much as you can. Inhale. With the exhalation, roll your hips backward, lift the knee and bring the knee toward the forehead. Inhale. Push the feet up. Keep it aligned. Then open the knee to the side. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, lift the feet up. Roll the right leg inward. So the hip will be squared again. And one more time, exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, lift your feet. Okay, the other side. Inhale. With the exhalation, knee to forehead. Inhale, lift your feet. Keep the hips squared, so roll the leg inward. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, lift your feet. And one more time. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, lift your feet. Okay. Lean on the left leg. Lift your feet up again. But now, lean on the right hand. Roll the left arm up, outward, and try and catch the right feet. Yay, good. Belly in. Push with the right hand against the ground, lift the sternum, 3 breaths. If it's quite comfortable for you, then start pushing with the right feet back. And back to center. Lean on the right knee. Lift the left feet. Lean on the left hand. Bring the right hand toward the left feet. Push with the left hand against the ground. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Push with the right feet, left feet back. 3 breaths. And back to center. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Both on one side and on the other side. Walk back with your knees. Put your feet as wide as the mat. Roll the arms outwards, slide the shoulder blades toward the waist. Tuck your toes under. Inhale deeply. And with the exhalation, bring in Adho Mukha Svanasana. So buttocks back, shoulders down. Keep the shoulders down. And slowly start straightening your legs. Keep the shoulders wide. Push the collarbones toward the toes. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, walk back with your hands. Put your hands on your waist and come up. Good. Now, Asana, mountain pose. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Even there, tuck the tailbone under. Belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Roll the arms outward, put the thumbs back to open your chest. But keep the belly in. Lift your chin just a tiny bit. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, put your feet a bit wider than your hips, but not too wide either. Interlace the hands behind your sacrum. Try and keep the palm of the hand in contact as much as you can. And straighten your arms. Open your chest. Keep the belly in. Move the hands down and away from your buttocks. 3 breaths. Keep the belly in. Don't lose the belly. Now roll your hips forward and lean forward to your maximum. Still keeping the chest open, spine straight. Hands away from the shoulders. Lift the sternum, Anushka. Yeah, it's more there. Yay, okay. 3 breaths. Gently come back up. Can I do it one more time, but just release the hands just for a few seconds. Now, interlace the hands again. Try and keep the palm of the hand as much as you can in contact. So push the palm of the hands against each other. Straighten your arms, belly in, roll your hips forward, and start leaning forward. Keep the palm of the hand as much as you can in contact. But keep the hands as much, the arms as much as you can straight. That's a hard thing. 3 breaths. And at the end of the third, gently come back up and release. Good. Now, we're gonna move to a balance pose. But I suggest you to go next to a wall or next to something quite stable, so you can just put your hands over a sturdy chair or table too. So the idea is to do exactly what we already did in tabletop position. So bringing the hand and the opposite feet together and just pushing back. But since we're in a standing tall position, it's not as easy. Well, it was not easy, but it's not as easy as before. So in case, don't hesitate to put your hands against the wall. So we start with the left side of our body close to the wall. Lean on the right feet. Bend your left knee and grab with the right hand the left feet. Okay. Now, belly in. So I want you to feel already the stretch of your left thigh. Keep the sternum lifted, but activate the abdominal muscles to protect the lumbar spine. There. Really gently. Lean forward, just a tiny bit, no need to lean too much. And now start pushing your left feet back. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. If it's quite comfy for you, then you can just roll the left arm outward, palm of the hand facing the sky, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. Ruth, you can lean forward a little bit more. Okay, and push the feet back a little bit more. Yes, exactly. And come back to center. So it's not super difficult, also because we already did it in a tabletop position. But still. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, belly in. Lean on the left feet now. Bend your right knee and grab the right feet with the left hand. Okay. Now, gently lean forward and start pushing the right feet back. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, belly in. Activate your abdominal muscles to protect the lumbar spine. Anushka, move the right knee a bit closer. You're opening the hip to the side. Yes, exactly. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. If it's doable, then roll the right arm outward, palm of the hand facing the sky, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. 3 breaths. Lean a little bit more, Ruth. Lean forward. And come back to center. Okay. Put your feet a bit wider than your hips. Bend your knees and create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. On one side and on the other side. Same thing, but roll the arm outward, push the thumbs back, belly in, bend the knees and create circles with the lumbar spine. both on one side. Bend your knees. For real. And turn also on the other side. Okay, good. Now, spread your feet a little bit more. Move the heels to the side, but the front of the feet is closer. So the feet is just pointing to the center. Put your hands on the waist. If you have the hyperextension of the knees, keep the legs really active. So create a sort of micro bend on your knees. Put your hands on the waist. Roll the hips forward and lean forward. When you've reached your maximum, whatever it is, allow your spine to relax completely. Allow the arms to move down toward the ground. Keep the weight of your body on the ball of the feet. Relax your neck, relax your face. Relax completely your body. And stay there. Now focus on your breath. And create an exhalation longer than the inhalation. Exhalation longer than the inhalation. Keep the weight of the body on the ball of the feet. Keep the legs active, especially if you have the upper extension of the knees. But keep the upper body completely relaxed. Let go. 3 more breaths. At the end of the third, bend your knees, put your hands down on the ground, and go in child pose, just for a few breaths. Find your version of the child pose, the version that is more comfortable for you. You can do it both with the knees together or opening the knees to the side. Arms forward or back, whichever is more comfortable for you. Find the version that is more relaxing to you. Really gently. Come back up. Lift the chest. Okay. Now, we're not going to do the exercise for the quadriceps, but just lift your hips. Simply. Okay. Keep the belly in. Activate your abdominal muscles. Roll the arms outward. Push the shoulders back. Still keeping the abdominal muscles active. Allow the arms to just relax back. 3 breaths. Just stay there. Belly in. And come back up. Now, walk forward with your left feet. Walk forward a little bit more with the left feet in order to have the knee wider than 90 degrees. Okay, that's good. Now, push the hips forward, and that's the tricky part. Lift your right feet and grab it. Grab it with the right feet, no, right hand. Right hand, right feet. Belly in, sternum lifted. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back up. If you want to, if it's not the super comfy position. So in case, you can always put a sort of cushioning under the knees. So folded blanket, or even just the sweater that I just take out. You can use it with no problem. So other side, right feet forward. The right knee is wider than 90 degrees. Now, push the hip forward, bend the left knee and grab the left feet. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, come back to center and change leg again. Exactly the same thing. Now, grab it with the right hand, belly in, grab it with the left hand too. Sternum lifted, belly in. 3 breaths. At the end of the third, change side again. So right feet forward. Okay. Move the hip forward, belly in, bend your left leg and grab the left leg with both, or the left feet with both hands. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down, belly in. 3 breaths. Sternum lifted a little bit more. And release. Okay. Now, grab both legs with the arms. Keep chest and leg together. Allow the head to move over the knees. Close your eyes and really gently start walking forward with the feet. Don't go to your maximum today. Find a comfortable position where you feel the body walking gently, working just a tiny bit. Your breath is completely relaxed, and stay there. So don't push too much, but observe your body and listen to the messages of your body. Your body is working, but in a really gentle way, and stay there. Breathe with the exhalation longer than the inhalation. Relax your shoulders. Without compromising the link between the chest and the legs, allow the arms to slide out of the legs, just outside. Use just the gravity to keep the chest and leg together. Allow the head to move down and relax again. Stay there. really gently. Walk back with your feet. Lift your torso. Now, keep the knees roughly at 90 degrees. Keep your feet flexed and create a link between the hands and the feet. Keeping the hands and feet together, gently push your spine back. So round your spine. And allow the muscles of your back to stretch. Move also the shoulders. So lift your right shoulder and observe the right side of the chest stretching a little bit more. Now let the right shoulder to move back down and lift the left shoulder up to stretch a little bit more the left side of your back. And back to center again. One more time. Stretch the right side of your chest. And now stretch the left side of your torso, of your back. And back to center. Lay down on the ground. And bring the two knees toward the chest. Grab the two knees with the arms and roll on right and left side. If it's a little bit too much for you, then create circles with your knees, both on one side and on the other side. Up to you to find the version that is more comfortable for you today. Okay. Now roll completely on the right side. So the right knee is down on the ground, the left knee is over the right knee. Put your right hand outside of your left knee. Lift the left arm up and allow shoulder and arm to drop down behind you. Look at your left hand for 3 breaths. Relax your shoulders, relax your torso, relax your belly. At the end of the third, come back to center and change side. So roll completely on the left side. Left knee down on the ground, right knee over the left knee. Put your left hand over the right knee. Lift the right arm up and allow the right shoulder and arm to go down, all the way down to the ground. Look at your right hand. 3 breaths. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms, relax your neck, relax your face, relax your chest, torso, belly, lumbar spine. And back to center. Bring the knees to the chest again. But now, take the right knee with the right hand, left knee with the left hand. Keeping the two knees together, create circles, wide circles with your knees. Also on the other side. Now, keep the 2 feet together for Baddha Konasana. Bring the feet down to the ground and open the knees to the side. Interlace the hands and put the hands right under the head. So you're kind of mirroring legs and arms. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, lift your feet. Grab the outer side of the feet with the hands. Allow the knees to move out of the chest. Keep the feet toward the sky. And now roll on right and left side. Ananta Balasana. Happy baby. Okay. Last moments. From now on, you can move to Shavasana. Find everything you need to be comfortable in Shavasana. Socks, sweatshirts, blankets, eye pillows, everything you need. And once that you entered your Shavasana position, bring the attention around your heart. Observe your breathing. And bring your attention in your chest. Especially around your heart. Observe the feelings, the emotions. And even if it can be really difficult, try and focus on your heartbeat. If there's any thoughts rising, it's normal. But bring your attention back to your heart, to your chest, to your heartbeat. Just feel. Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Purnamadam Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Gently. Start moving your toes and fingers. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Bend your knees, roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. Keep your spine straight yet relaxed. Put your hands in Inana Mudra or Chin Mudra. Keep your eyes closed. Inhale deeply. Relax your face, your throat, your belly. Put your hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.